Hello, this is the Red-Headed Poet. We're back today doing the stream that I was gonna do last week, but when I started to work on it, my camera decided to fry itself. So I have a new camera. It's actually a really nice one. It's very detailed, very clear. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I was a little sad that I had to spend more money, but we do have a nicer camera now. But we're going to be doing random dice roll designs again. I rewrote the table for all of the options here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to roll a bunch of randomized traits for a mythological creature that we're making up. And whatever the dice decide, I have to try to make into a cohesive creature sculpture of some kind. I've done some test ones again. As you can see, I also made a nice clear paper this time. I have colors as well, but we're not doing the painting today. We're just going to do the sculpture. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and roll up our little creature here. And then I am going to sketch it and attempt to sculpt it. Now we're going to try to keep the sculpture a little bit smaller today because I need to conserve some of my clay. I'm running out of supplies. But for now, we'll try to keep them on the smaller side. But we'll see how this goes. All right, let me pull up something here so I can keep track of all the traits that we roll. Okay. So, first off is the body design. Let me grab a D6 here. Let me check something real quick. I need a D6 and a D4. Whoops. No. Okay. And if you can kind of see how good this camera is compared to the other one, see the detail? It's so much nicer. So that's kind of nice. All right, so we're going to start with the body design. We have 6 choices, so we're going to roll a D6. And we rolled a 2, so that's quadruped. That's 4-legged, or walking on 4 legs at least. Quadruped. I'm making a quick list here, and I'll show it as soon as we're done. All right, what type of face and nose combination do we have? That is a 4, so we're going to do a snout. Like a pig snout of some kind, probably. All right, number 3, what kind of ears? 4 is oval elongated. This is looking way too much like a pig. It did occur to me that it would be possible to roll a normal animal by mistake. So it'd be funny if that happens today. Oh, that's cocked. Hold on. Okay, good. We got 3 talons. All right. Okay, next, the tail. We're going to do 3 bushy tail. Okay. All right. Now, we didn't roll wings, so we won't be doing that necessarily. Let us do... All right, let's do 1 extra trait. We'll see what we roll for that. That's this table here. That is 3, so he's going to have visible teeth. Okay. And let's roll... I want to roll a d4 for the number of eyes. It'd be funny if I rolled 2. 1. Okay, so we got teeth, 1 eye. All right, and let's maybe... Let's roll one odd trait. That's an optional table here. Let me add one more list option here. All right. Let me roll 1 odd trait. 3, bones worn or exposed. Okay. All right. Okay, so I typed this up here so you can see it on the screen. Let me make it a tiny bit smaller. Hold on. There we go. All right, so at the top right of the screen, you can see what we just rolled. My formatting is really bothering me. Let me Let me fix that. Okay. All right, so we have a four-legged creature with a snout, elongated ears. Oh, I should probably say elongated ears on that. Or oval ears. Okay. With talons for feet, a bushy tail, teeth, one eye, and bones. Let me think if I want to roll anything else unusual. You know, it'd be fun to roll for the number of tails. I haven't done that before. So three tails. Let's add that. So we got 3 bushy tails. If you can hear my cat, I apologize. She always likes to cry at the door for some reason when I'm doing this. Okay. Ollie, you're fine. All right, and I think, do we want to roll anything else? I think this will be interesting. All right, let's put our table away for the time being. And let me try to do a quick sketch of what we just rolled so that I know what I'm aiming for. Okay, so we got four-legged animal, so we'll probably do it sitting. But it's got talons for feet. Now we can roll for 2 types of feet. I think we should do that. Let's roll for the second type of feet here. So we'll have talons. Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to hit the microphone. So we'll have talons, and let's see if we roll something else. That's... Stop rolling over there. Okay. That's a 5. Okay, so let's do talons and elephant feet. That'll be cool. All right. Talons... All right, there we go. So we're gonna have, I'll probably put the talons up front, I think. Kind of like, if you think of like a hippogriff, talons up front. We do him seated or standing. Elephant feet. He's gonna have 3 bushy tails. 3 bushy tails. I don't like this pose. Actually, I think I'm gonna do him standing on his hind legs. That'd be kind of cute. So like standing on his elephant feet legs, because they should be pretty big and balanced. I think that'll work. With his arms posed like this, like in a begging position. So talons up front, like this. Okay. We got 3 bushy tails. This is going to be a horrible sketch. I'm just trying to get a notion of what we're working on. All right, and then he's going to have 1 eye and a snout and elongated ears. So we're going to give him huge elongated ears like this. An eyeball in the center. A snout. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. Eyeball in the center. And we'll have to pick our eye here in a second. So he's got talons, elephant back feet, 3 tails, eyeball in the center, and then bones. Worn bones or exposed? I think worn might be interesting because then I can do like almost like a ridge down his back, like exposed bone, almost like a spine, and then we can do little rib cage bones here. He's looking like a little imp almost. Okay. This is a bad sketch, but it kind of shows you where we're going with this. And I think that is all. Oh, and teeth. That's right. He's going to have little fangs. He reminds me of almost like an Oni. kind of an oni with tails. Alright, have we gotten quadruped? Yes. Snout? Yes. Oval ears, talons, 3 bushy tails, teeth, 1 eye, bones, and elephant feet. Okay. This is a really horrible sketch. I apologize. But this is kind of what we're going to be going for. Okay. Let me put our dice away. And we're going to actually start with the wireframe like we're supposed to. For once in my life. I usually forget and complain that I don't ever do that. Okay, so the elephant feet, we're going to make those pretty wide. I think we'll just do a thin piece for those, and then we'll just wrap them. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's choose the eyeball first. Let's kind of see what options we have for eyes. I want to make him a little smaller. So maybe the in-between size, not this size. Let me look at this. Let's see here. What eyeball do we want to use for him? This size is a nice size, but I don't know if I want the snake eye look or the cat eye. I mean, we can do that. Or we could do a giant eyeball. I mean, if his legs are going to be that big, we can give him one very large eye. That might be fine. I think we're going to go with this eyeball. I like this one. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with the large oval one. Let me put all of these eyes away. Actually, looking at that sketch, he reminds me a bit of the old-fashioned version of Ganon. Pig Ganon, where he's blue and he's got long ears and a single eye. Does he have a single eye? He has 2 eyes, doesn't he? I don't know. He reminds me of that, which looks a lot like a Japanese, like, Oni or something. Some of the demon sketches and things that they have. Okay, so we're going to fold this back up. Let's double these over real quick. Just give it a little bit more of a frame here. A little bit bigger. Okay, do it more like that. All right. Pull this out here into the center. Like so. And okay, let's clip this here. All right. He's got 2 stubby feet there. Wrap this like so, and then I think we'll do this here so we can do the talons for the arms. All right. Okay. That's not enough yet. Hold on. All right. So we have our basic shape here that we work with. Now we have to do the aluminum foil base. Apologize, this will probably be loud. All right. So these arms need to be down like this and more up, because it's going to look like he's standing almost like a dog. Up on four legs like he's begging. Okay. And then I guess we should put some quick basic wiring for the tails. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Okay. I did not make that long enough. Okay. That's fine. We'll do this and then we'll cut some more wire here. Sort of mash it all together. Okay. Then we can do all of the bushy tails out the back here. Okay. Let me squash these pointy real quick. Okay, we have our base now. Start working with our clay that we have prepped. Should have rolled this a little thinner, I think. So I'll roll this out a little bit thinner. Alright. I don't want a hair in it. Get out of there. All right. All right. So we're going to cover this all in a layer of clay. We'll start working on it from there. They always look really crappy in this part of in this stage of creation, especially since my clay is wanting to crack and break. I prepped this last week when I was planning on doing the video, so it's a little bit firm. Normally it's nice and freshly worked with, but this was last week's clay. I mean, I kept it in a bag so it didn't dry out, but I just rolled it out last week. Okay. Alright. This in here. Now, it didn't give us fur or anything like scales, so I'm not sure what skin pattern I'm gonna use. Obviously, if we're doing elephant legs, I'll go with like the leathery kind of texture on those, but I might, this is where I get to take a little artistic license. We'll see what I do with the skin. We still run into patterns when we get to next week's finishing of this video, when we run into the painting section, but I'm not sure what I want to do yet for that, for the skin texture. We'll see. It's a little uneven here. See if we can even it out a bit. A little bit lumpy. Okay. And ignore the random blue patch there. I think I picked up paint off of the table that I didn't clean, which I should have done, but I did not. Alright, let's wrap. Can we wrap the leg? I think I have quite enough to do the leg. All right. Let's grab this. Okay. Let's pull away the extra clay here. So I put too much. I may have to pull up some reference photos for my photos. I can't talk right now. Photos. Might have to pull up some reference photos for myself here in a second. Mostly because I want to make sure I get the body positioning correct so that it doesn't look like it's, you know, I want it to look like, you know, puppy dog standing on its legs kind of pose. That's what I'm going for because it is technically a quadruped, so and I kind of feel like that's going to be done from the body angle more so than just with these legs you don't see that angle quite as much, so we'll see. This may just look a bit more bipedal than quadrupedal. Quadrupedal. I don't know how to say that right. But that's okay. The intent is that it's standing on its hind legs in a begging position. Like a cute little puppy. Okay. I did teach one of my cats to beg. It's very cute. Alright. I've been toying with this chart for a little bit now, and it's been fun seeing what kinds of possibilities come up. So far, I have not rolled a normal creature yet. That is hypothetically a possibility. And it would be very funny if I did that, like I just accidentally rolled a normal dog. But whenever that happens, you know, we have the extra odd traits that we can always add so that we're not just sculpting something boring. Not that dogs are boring, it's just, it's not the point of the, not the point of the chart or the table. I don't think I've actually done a larger dog sculpture before. I've done a lot of cats. A lot of I haven't done that many bears. I've done little bears. I've only done one large one, I think. The panda one that I did a few months ago. Oops. Okay, so we're gonna put this on here, like so. Okay, so the legs are currently different sizes. That's not good. We don't want that. We gotta make the other leg a little thicker here so that it doesn't look too weird. Okay. Okay, so if it's quad, trying to think of how it should stand. Because its legs would normally bend. Yeah, I think we need to bend these legs a bit. I think that's going to give the proper visual on the four-legged creature standing on its hind legs kind of appearance. So the bent legs, like, what's this called? Retrograde legs, or the ones that bend? That's what we need to do here. So forward a bit and then bent there. And then we'll patch the pieces that I just ruined, and we gotta make this leg thicker. Okay. Actually, I guess if they're retrograde, they bend the other way, don't they? They don't bend that way. What am I thinking? That's the wrong direction. Okay. Okay, let's... It's hard because elephant legs are very like this. They bend like that. Don't they? Let me look real quick here. Let's look at an elephant standing on its hind legs. Elephant standing. Okay. Okay, yeah. So it looks very much like bent forward like this. Almost like T-Rex, kind of. It looks like a T-Rex right now. Okay, so shaped more like this. And then we'll add more here. Alright, so like this. Yeah, so kind of like that. So they're curved awkwardly. So they look Looks almost kind of like it's squatting, but not quite. There we go. Okay, I think that looks a little better now, a little bit more accurate to what I was going for. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we have elephant legs. All right, now we got to cover the rest of this in clay. Here, I'll need to stand up here for a second. Should have rolled these out thinner than I did. Okay. All right. Okay. Add some more to the shoulders here. The back of the head. Okay. No, that's not quite enough. That's a bit too much, but it's fine. There we go. All right. Okay, so we gotta tilt this upward because if he's standing like this, his head needs to go up because it needs to look like he's, you know, he would normally have his head in that position because he's standing as a quadrupedal animal. Do I? Oh no, it's quite delayed. Hold on. Nah. Okay, awesome. We are back up again. Don't know why I lost internet. Okay. We're back. Let me pull this up. Okay, back to where we were doing. Still working on. I was just smoothing this out a little bit here. But we're going to go ahead and do the arms a bit. Let me think. Okay, does that look right? Just for the base of the arms for now. Yeah, we're back up with really good signal. Huh, that's weird. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. It's very annoying. I assume it's unavoidable to a degree. But it definitely seems to happen a lot more when I'm either streaming or playing like really, what's the thing I'm looking for? Heavy level, like heavy graphic games, or I don't know. Stuff that requires more internet power. Whatever that's called. I don't know the technical terms for things, unfortunately. Bandwidth, maybe? I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. Because sometimes when it starts doing that, it just keeps doing that for the rest of the day until I stop whatever I'm doing. I need to get a separate router and set up and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, let us go ahead and see. We're gonna do it like this, so we're gonna have the tails down here like this. Okay. almost got the base frame of our creature here finished. Well, these we're gonna texture like fur. But we just gotta give them covered for the moment, and then we'll texture them like fur like crazy. Okay. Okay, and then we gotta do the third tail. Okay, and then I want to wrap a little bit around this tail and make it look a bit more bulky, so we're gonna make it fluffy later. We want this tail to look a little thicker in the middle here. And like I said, these, we don't have to smooth them out too much because all right. Okay. So we gotta make nice hole here for the eyeball. Right here. Whoops. All right. Since we rolled one eye, he's gonna have one eye. Let's go ahead and do eyelids here. And yes, we still have to do the talons on his hands, but I might wait on those a little bit just because sometimes it's easier to do the hands and such after we've done like the details on the stomach and the side and stuff, because they tend to get in the way. Right. You can see where we're going with this. He's got a little bit of an eyelid now. We got the base covered here. Now we gotta do the nose here. See, did I get... Oh, there it is. My butter knife here. Let me look real quick here. I'm gonna pull up a picture of a pig real quick, because I need to see kind of what they look like. Okay, so they're almost heart-shaped, kind of. Okay. Okay, now we gotta smooth this into the rest of the body. Okay. Okay, and then they usually have a little bit of a mouth below this, because then we're gonna have to add the teeth later, so we gotta keep that in mind. Eh. Okay, let me see something here. I want to make the cheeks a little bit thicker. Okay. All right. So we got a bit of a semblance of the head so far. He's kind of derpy looking right now. That's okay. I don't like the base of the head here. Alright. Now we could go ahead and do his ears. Okay. We dropped some frames, but I think we're all right. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead. See, that ear shape is different. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so we got his elongated ears now. Little snout. And we're working on the rest of it. Alright, I need to grab my clay. Okay. All right. So if we're doing, I'm trying to think, if we're doing a bushy tail, if we're doing a bushy tail, we're gonna have to add fur pattern somewhere else to kind of blend it into the body. I was originally planning, let's see, I was originally planning to have fur like down, or sorry, the bones down the back of his head, and like almost like a spinal ridge kind of thing. Um, as part of his body, so that we would get that bone part of the requirement that we rolled. But I'm trying to think, because this is also where the fur patch on his tail has to be, right here. I mean, we could have like a patch of fur. We could have a patch of fur down his back. That will work. Down his back, and then we'll put the spinal column type bone design following that. Okay. Let me pull some clay off here. All right. So yeah, we'll do this ridge of fur down his back, and we'll have the spine pieces coming out of it. Right. All right. Sorry, fur texturing's kind of slow and very boring, very tedious. So next week we'll be rolling the random table for colors for this guy. Um, that should be interesting. I found a lot of like patterns for coat patterns for animals and stuff to put in there as well. So they're optional to roll, but I think I will roll them for this one. I think that'll make it fun, make it more interesting. A lot of them are based on basic animal coat patterns that I know of between dogs and cats, and then just like wild animals like cheetah spots or geometric type patterns. Um, okay, do some more fur patterns. You can also take this brush, this brush, do fur patterns this way. They're a lot smaller though, and less detailed, so I'm not as fond of that one. I like using my little clay tool here. think I want to do a little tuft of hair on the back of each of the ears. So let me do that. And we'll do one here. So I think that'll add a little bit of character to it. And we will get the arms on the front eventually. I'm just doing small details first. Or not small details, other details first. And then we'll do the talons last. Alright, so we got bushy tail, 3 bushy tails in the patch of his ears. Got the front of him here, still needs a lot of work here. But we're getting there. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is like a bone pattern down the back of his head. So I'm going to use my typical method of doing this. So that's usually just doing a line and then making indentations, and then we'll just try to shape them individually, kind of like pieces of a spine. Let me roll out some more clay here to work with. Okay. Okay. All right. Alright, so we got a basic ridge down his back now. And then I want to kind of work each of these just a little bit. All right. So we have a ridge of bones now down his back. I'm thinking I want to do like some rib cage pieces out the side. I think that would look kind of cool. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little top ridge, just a little smaller, top rib, that is. It's a little smaller. All right. All right, so we got this going on now. I think I'm gonna do another tiny little one up here just to kind of even it out. I think that would look okay. Um, All right, so I think we got the back looking pretty good. I'm about to be careful that I don't mess up the rib cage. So we have like rib cage bones coming down his back here. I think actually I'm going to do another little rib piece here. Maybe 2 little dots at the side. Right here. And then here. And then another one down here at the bottom. So that should be enough, I think, for the exposed slash worn bone kind of a thing. I think that'll look pretty cool. And then it'll look even cooler, I think, when it's painted. It'll look more like bone. Okay. There we go. That looks more even to me now. Alright, so we have that on his back with the fur kind of sticking out in between. Okay, so now we gotta work on the front here. And I'm thinking, where did my brush go? Thinking about making the legs very leathery and what's the word I'm looking for? Wrinkly, kind of like the elephant, to go with the elephant look. Okay. I need it longer. Alright, so elephant. Let me look at the elephant photo reference again. Okay, so we need to have I mean, my internet's been better than what it used to be when I switched providers, but I'm still not real happy that this happens. It happens a lot with certain applications. It's always when I stream, and then certain video games, it always shuts off, and I don't understand why. But it's incredibly annoying. Okay. Alright, so you see where we're going with our toes there? We got little elephant toes. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put all of the pieces on. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do lines on the toenails here. And I'm probably going to smooth them out because I don't want them to be that defined. Alright, so he's got his toes now. We've got the back. Oh. Now we gotta figure out, let's see, how to do like the face, to finish the face, because I'm not perfectly happy with this, the head. Trying to think, I could bring the face out and make it a lot chubbier. I think that would look better. Trying to check, make sure we're still going fine with the internet. Hopefully it doesn't do that again to me. Yeah, I think that looks a little better, so we'll build up the face here a bit. Make it a little chunkier. And he still has to have teeth. I haven't forgotten about that. Visible teeth. Okay. that. And then let's add a bit more to the bottom of this one. Yeah, this looks a lot better. You can kind of see how that makes a difference between the sides of the face. Definitely looks better on the one side with the puffier cheeks. I'm going to try to see if I can hurry up and finish this before the internet decides to drop on me again. If not, this will just be a video with a lot of random pauses in the middle. Problem is, I really need to work on these arms to make them look better. I just hope my internet will hold out long enough that I can accomplish that. It needs to be thicker. There we go. I think, not that anyone's in chat, but I think it's, is it, I don't know, internet's still connected. Okay. It's showing me a whole bunch of disconnected notices. But I think it's okay at the moment. Alright, so now his face looks a little better. A little cuter. Okay. Alright. Trying to think if there's anything else I can do. Oh, we can give him a belly button. That's a good idea. Okay, there we go. Now he's got a belly button. That looks cute. Alright, now we gotta do the basic talons on the hands. I wonder maybe we should do the talons a bit like, I have some ideas here. We did them a bit like bone, maybe? So we'll do our typical, like, I usually do a shape like this and then point it, and then we add the third toe. Or we could just do two, but I think we should do three. We could do almost a bone pattern and then do a tuft of fur on the arms and the shoulders, maybe, to kind of match in with the rest of it. That might be interesting. Um, debating. Okay. Sorry, I keep doing this out of frame here. It's a bad habit. Oh, I'm so tired. So tired. All right. We are almost finished. We just got to finish up the talons here. And we're going to make them, I like the idea of them being very bone-like. It's kind of cool. So we're going to take our tiny little thing here. All right. Do a little bit more detail. All right. So you can see that's one hand. There, you can see it a little better. All right, now we got to do the bone on this. Okay. Just don't want to move that. Okay, so now I'm going to do a little tuft of fur on each arm here. He's kind of looking creepy cute. I like it. It's a nice mix of creepy and cute, and that's kind of usually what I aim for on stuff like this. So, I'm liking it. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the way he was turning out, but I do think I like him. I think he's cool. Okay, and now let's do... All right, and now we're gonna put a little tuft of fur here, and a little tuft of fur here. Yeah, he's looking more bipedal, which that's my fault in not getting the legs to look quite right. Because my thought was that he was, supposed to walk on the ground, but he's standing up in a begging position. Tried to bend the legs to look like that. I'll see if I can get it to look a little better. But I think he looks like he walks on 2 legs rather than 4. So that's on me for not getting that to look quite right. And I almost forgot he has to have teeth. We gotta do his teeth. Okay, so now he's got... Alright, this is the way he is looking currently. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And he's got to have little teeth, and then I think we're done. And hopefully that'll be enough time to say goodbye, and then the internet won't die on me again. Okay, so now we'll just attach these little teeths down here. See if we can do a little row of teeth here. That looks good. I like it. All right. There we go. We have see, does that make it worse? There we go, that's better. We have his little teeth done now. You can kind of see. His elephant feet. I did the skin all wrinkly as well. Gave him a belly button. Then we have the 3 tails, the elongated ears, the exposed bones on both hands and on his back. 1 eye. The snout. Elephant feet, 3 bushy tails. We got everything in there. I think we're done with him. He's pretty cool. So if you watched this video, I greatly appreciate it. I know there was a ton of pauses in the middle because my internet hates me. But I have fun making these. So if you see something you would like to see me sculpt, if you interact with this video, that helps immensely. But I do take suggestions. So yeah, if you have something specific you want me to sculpt, I do a lot of mythological creatures. So even like real ones, if you look at the other videos, you see I do a lot of actual mythology type things instead of just these randomly generated ones. But I appreciate any interactions I get. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end it here before my internet decides to die again. Have a good night.